Oh, welcome everyone to our weekly webinar for the Mobile Social Media Learning Technologies CMOOC. Today with us we have, all the way from Japan, as usual, we have Neil.
Good morning,
so
Tom.
welcome Neil, good to have you along again. And we were just discussing commutes and difference in commutes. So it's actually quite interesting because Neil has put his little video that he shared today. So I guess the topic for this week has really been looking at short form mobile video. And by short form, I guess I kind of mean, not like a whole 2-hour movie or something. It's something that you can do off the cuff and on the fly quite quickly with your mobile device, and looking at tools to be able to do that. And Neil did a really nice video of his commute to work. So that was quite good. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about your commute video, Neil?
Oh yeah, there's Lisa.
Yes, hi Lisa, good to see you.
Sorry guys, I was in a session and then it wouldn't install on my machine, so I'm here now. Sorry.
That's right, good to have you here, Lisa. So we're just talking about Neil's commute video, because we were comparing notes on commuting, and it's just kind of interesting that Neil commutes daily, well, whenever he commutes, 150 kilometers one way.
Yeah, I looked at the video. I was actually really impressed.
Yeah. Whereas I commute 35 kilometers and it takes me longer.
Mine's probably as the crow flies, 35 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you take a...
I take a boat.
A boat, yeah.
I take a ferry.
Oh, where do you come from then, Lisa?
So from East Auckland, so a place called Beachlands, and I come across the harbour on a ferry. Yeah. And if I drove in, it would take me an hour and a half. On the boat, it takes about 35 minutes.
Wow, what a wonderful way to go to work.
It's great. Grab my coffee, all that kind of stuff. Do my emails. No stress.
Except when it's really rough in winter.
Yeah, and I come in looking green.
or not at all.
Or not at all.
Yeah. So the problem I have with our trains is that whenever it rains, they seem to break down. So it's very inconvenient. The days that public transport's best for, it's actually the worst.
We do get to view dolphins and whales occasionally, which is great. Good.
Yeah, but I do find a context like that, if you're commuting, if you're on public transport, that's when you've got some downtime to be able to do stuff, to be able to think, to be able to maybe explore what you can do with your mobile device. And that's where mobile devices, I think, are quite powerful, because you're still connected, you can still do stuff. If you're got some real downtime, you can just do some reading, but then you can leverage these in different ways.
Okay, so what I might do is also do a video similar to Neil's, just to show Neil my mode of transport for the day. Yeah,
that would be great. Maybe we could get a few people sharing their commute videos.
Yeah.
So Neil, tell us how you did it, because I think it was quite a nice little video. Just walk us through how you did it, and maybe we'll go and have a look at it in a sec.
Well, I've got an iPhone, and on that you can speed up your video taking. So when obviously there's quite a lot of, it's an hour and a half, and you want to condense that into a minute or two. So a lot of it is just speeded up. And I would like to know if there is a way to adjust the speed, to be honest, because that would give you a little bit of fine tuning, because some of it is quite too quick, to watch. So I'd like to do that. But so that's one thing, speeding up. And then you can stop the video at certain points to highlight, like the sign on the train at one point, I think. So that's another little trick, which is nice to learn. And then you can zoom in on, use the on iMovie, the so-called Ken Burns effect. You can switch from one part of the screen to another to highlight something.
So did you do your editing on the phone or on your Mac?
You can do it on the phone, but I'm not very good with very small fiddly tools. So I did it I took the video on the phone and then edited it on my Mac. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you can do it on the phone. Yeah, you can just download the iMovie app and do it.
Okay, well, let's have a quick look at Neil's video. I'll do some screen sharing and pull it up here.
Did you just use your camera to record it, or did you use another app?
No, I just used the camera.
Okay, okay, because I've got an iPhone too, so.
Yeah.
And actually,
I think.
Yeah, go.
Sorry.
Oh, Tom was showing me Clips the other day, which is an app for iPhone.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about some other alternatives that you
Okay.
can use.
Sorry,
as well.
I jumped ahead. Sorry.
No, that's fine. So Neil shared his little video in the discussion forum on our Moodle discussion forum for MOSOMELT. So there it is. And is that linked? Yeah. So is that linked through YouTube, or did you just upload the file directly to?
Yeah, it's
Moodle?
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was YouTube. Cool. So let's have a quick look at it, see if this plays through the sharing.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul.
So they're actually walking quite, calmly. If you look at the subway in the UK, they like sprint down the stairs.
I can't see it on my screen. I don't know if you can, Neil.
Oh, you can't see it.
I've only got click to exit full screen.
Oh, okay. Well, what about it? Okay,
There we
well,
go.
there it is.
There we can see, yeah,
I was
okay.
quite happily watching
it. Yeah.
Neil's video.
You want to start that
And
again?
everyone else was watching a blank screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want to start it again? And
Yeah,
so
maybe if I do it in small, you might
Yeah,
see
it's fine.
it.
Yeah.
How's that going?
That's fine.
It's fine.
Okay. So it didn't like the full screen.
Yeah, but we can't hear the sound, but that's okay.
Okay.
But that's fine. We kind of get the gist of it.
Yeah. So Neil's just sort of commenting on his journey.
So, Paul, if you get a chance to have a look at this and listen to this video, it's actually really good, the way that Paul's done it. So the way that Neil's done it, sorry.
I must do.
Yeah.
So Neil takes 3 trains, a train, a subway, and a fast train. And I take 3 trains as well, but I travel something like 35 kilometers, takes me 2 hours. Neil takes the same amount of trains for 150 kilometers in an hour and a half. So there we go. We'll stop it there. People can have a look at it later, but let's just stop screen sharing that.
That's okay.
Hey, so thanks for that, and thanks for joining us, Paul. Good to see you all the way from Nelson.
Thank you.
Looks like it's cold down there. You got a jacket on.
It is cold in this room. There's no heater on in this room.
So we're just talking about short form mobile video and some of the options. So we were just having a look at Neil's little video of his commute, and that was kind of an interesting conversation around commutes. In fact, what's your commute like down there, Paul? How long does it take you to get to work?
I am actually 2 blocks from town, so it's like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah, there we go.
At the moment.
Yeah, nice and easy. Nice and easy.
I think at one point I did video when we lived in Tahuna. I had a 5-minute bus ride into town along Rocks Road.
In rush hour traffic.
And it was glorious. Yeah.
So what we were thinking, just a bit of an off the cuff discussion here, but I thought it'd be great if everyone shared a little video of their commute. And so what Neil has done is just use his iPhone. So with your camera app on your iPhone or your Android phone, usually there's an option to do a time-lapse video. And I think Neil did his on iMovie, but you can do it all directly just in the app on your phone and just use time lapse.
I couldn't tell, but Neil, was that video a time lapse sped up, or was that snippets of video at certain points?
Oh, it was both. There was the train when the train comes in a couple of times. That's time lapse,
Okay. Yeah.
and then just like ordinary video when people are walking, and then there's just some photos. Actually, I ran out of memory on the camera, so the second half of it doesn't have much. I wanted to show myself on a bicycle, but yeah, I'd run out of memory, so I couldn't take it. But yeah, it's a combination, time lapse and just ordinary photos.
So I think that's one of the key issues actually with doing video on smartphones, is they have relatively limited memory. I mean, there's a lot more space on these days than there used to be. But if you've got lots of apps and lots of content already downloaded to your phone, you may not have a lot of space. And that's where streaming video apps are really useful, because the memory doesn't get stored on your phone; it goes directly to the cloud server. So things like Periscope, a variety of sort of streaming video tools that allow you to still capture and share video using your mobile device, but it's not taking up the memory on the phone itself. Then of course you need an internet connection, and 4G and is pretty good at doing that. 5G is going to be fantastic when it gets here, which will enable a lot more of this sort of stuff. So anyway, I wanted to perhaps share some ideas around some other mobile video tools that you could possibly use. What are some of the perhaps mobile video apps that other people use? Paul, what do you use when you're shooting video on your mobile phone?
I normally just use the camera on my iPhone that gets into Google Photos.
Mm-hmm. So you basically sync and back up all your stuff to Google Photos?
Yeah. But I'm not much of I haven't been much of a video person at all. It's usually little snippets of things. Well, I have to confess, sometimes I think I'm taking a photo and I'm actually taking a video.
Yeah, well, that's part of why I like the idea of short form video, because it can just be a snippet, just an idea, just a moment, and you don't have to sit through 10 minutes of a really, really boring video if it's just a few seconds. And in fact, I used to really love Vine. I don't know if you remember Vine, but Vine was like a 6-second video. And the interesting thing with Vine was, how do you make 6-second video interesting? Because it's so short, but it was like you can create these awesome animations by just holding down the button for it, momentarily, and then move. And students found it really quite a creative app. What can you do in 6 seconds of video? And so it used to be one of our projects, one of our assignments for students, is create a Vine video and share it around a topic. So by setting some sort of parameters around how you're using video, I think you can I guess get people thinking a lot more creatively than sort of say, go out and take a video and you get these 2-hour-long videos that are incredibly boring, and why would you bother? So what about you, Lisa? What do you use?
Okay, so Tom introduced me to something called Clips the other day, which is an iOS app, and he and I were trying out little videos on that, and that you can do different. I was just looking at it now. You can attach photos to it. You've got different kind of library of. Let's have a look. I'm trying to think what's in it. You can add filters, you can add labels, you can add stickers, you can add all sorts of things to it, and just do short videos. So that I had a little play with that. That seems to be quite good.
Yeah, so I'm just going to demo a couple here. Let's have a quick look. So hopefully you can see my iPhone screen there.
Yep.
Is that coming through for everyone?
Yes. Yep.
Cool. Okay. So some of the video apps that I play with, obviously for playing back, is YouTube. But you may not have noticed that the YouTube app actually has a camera as well. So if you open up basically the free YouTube app, see up the top, there's a camera icon. So you can actually use the YouTube app to stream live video or capture video, and it's going directly over the cloud to your YouTube account. And so it's quite cool that it's integrated straight into your YouTube account. So you don't even have to download a third-party app to capture YouTube videos anymore. Some of the other ones there's the Adobe Clip app. If you see that on the screen, nice and purple. It's quite, stands out. And there you go. There's our little trial with Lisa. What I like about Adobe Clip is that it's cross-platform, and the same with the YouTube app. So it works on iOS and Android devices. So if you're going to show students a tool, it's good if it's cross-platform, so that it's not specific to one type of device. The Adobe Clips app is just a very, very simple video app where you can make a video from your cloud account or directly on your phone. So on your phone, I can import stuff, etc.
I thought you were my friend.
let's watch video. Let's watch
No,
Lisa. There we go.
no.
There we go. And what it does is you do things like automatically puts a soundtrack on.
Mental note, get my hair done.
So that was just a very, very short video with Lisa, and I'm just embarrassing her there.
Yeah.
So and there's various little editing tools you can see down the bottom as well, and you can replace the soundtrack, etc., etc. It's just very, very simple. So I like Clips. The other app that I really like is iOS only, but it is the Apple Clips app. And once again, it's just a very, very simple app. It's kind of, I suppose, they're using a bit of the Instagram type of model, but you can have various filters, so you can change types of, like, you have a cartoony or a black and white filter. In fact, I think I've done one of Paul using that filter.
Yeah.
Paul, let's see it.
And you can do other things like...
It's good because you feel a little bit incognito on the air.
Yeah. So, particularly if you're really ugly, you can put a filter on. No, I'm just joking. And the other thing I like is the speech to text. And it's just very simple. As you're talking, it tries to translate that into text. And that can be quite funny sometimes because it doesn't quite get the words right. You just got to be careful. Sometimes it pulls up words you don't want there, which you haven't actually said, but it thought you did. But you can go in and edit them individually just because it's basically like a text editor.
Yeah, I tried to do that and it didn't quite work. So I'll check with you and see how that's supposed to work.
Yeah, and so the Clips app, what it does is it gives you the option of saving the video once you've finished it, and you can save it to your camera roll, and then you can use your camera roll settings to share that. So a direct share to YouTube or email it or via iCloud, etc. And that's unfortunately an Apple only one, but I find that quite a powerful one on my iPhone. And
I
talking
really
about
like it, but it has such a boring icon. I forget it's even there.
Yeah, and it's free. It comes with your device. What it really is just Apple sort of demoing the capability of what you can do with video on the iPhone. And, for developers to get ideas. Yeah. So there's a couple of them. The other ones that I use are Periscope, but that's actually now built into Twitter. So it used to be a separate app, but if you load Twitter, and the good thing about this, once again, is it's cross-platform, so it'll work on Android and iOS. So when you go to create a new tweet, if you're logged in, you can see you've got your camera icon. You can click on that, and you can go live. So the live feature is effectively Periscope. So by clicking on the live there, it's streaming live. You can give it a title, etc. And if I click go live, it's then a live video stream, which is tweeted out over my Twitter channel, and people can watch that. So basically what Twitter have done is built Periscope directly into the Twitter app. You don't have to go live. As you can see, you can go capture, and that just stores it onto your phone, and then you can share that as a tweet later if you like, or upload it to YouTube or whatever. So the Twitter app's quite a cool way of sharing very quick videos and ideas. So there's just a few ideas around some mobile apps that you can use for video. I'll just stop screen sharing there. So, you know, if you want to explore some of those, give them a try. Maybe you want to try out some of them, and we're suggesting perhaps share your commute experience with us.
It seems kind of scary to live stream straight directly to Twitter. To Twitter.
Yeah, I guess it's.
I don't imagine myself doing that.
Yeah, it's kind of a social cultural phenomenon, but if you want to have an audience and share something very, very quickly, it's an easy way to do it. Obviously, you've got to be comfortable with doing that. And then there's the issues of, are you recording people without their permission as well? So, you've got to think through those sorts of issues too.
Yeah.
Mm. All right, I'll have a go at my commute one.
Yeah.
Might be a lot of water showing, but that's okay.
Yeah. So, Paul, share your commute video so we can all be jealous of your 10-minute fantastic walk in the sun, while we share our 2-hour commutes on the train, or etc. etc.
It's all right, Paul. Mine's a 30-minute ferry ride.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. Comes complete with seas that could be rough, or dolphins or whales.
Dolphins, wow.
I know, it's so cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Plus the cruise ships I get to see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, well, thanks for joining us today, folks. And is there any questions, anything people would like to discuss, or ideas that have sprouted while we've been brainstorming here?
No, I think I'm going to have a go at just doing a video like Neil did on my phone, and then try and edit it in iMovie, which is on my phone, and see how I go.
Yeah, I think Neil set the standard, so it's up to us to compete now.
All right, you're on.
One app that I've not used much myself, but I do recommend to students who are trying to create little videos, is called Stop Motion, and it's like taking lots of pictures. Like I don't know if you've seen claymation videos, where like Wallace and Gromit, that kind of thing.
Is that a free app?
It's a free app, yeah. That's the usual thing. You've got extra features to pay. Basically,
all right, so you got the you can get extra features by paying $5 or whatever for them.
That's right. And my students often really like it, because it can allow them to create their own little. You can just point at objects on the desk and move the object, and then it looks like around the desk type of thing. So it's quite.
Sorry, was it called Stop Promotion?
Stop Motion.
Oh, Stop Motion. Sorry.
Stop Motion Studio.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Another one that educators in particular, I think, have found quite useful is Video Star. I think it's a paid app, or it's not hugely expensive, but just has a lot of fun sort of filters built into it, and it's very easy to use. It's probably easier to use than iMovie. So you can check out Video Star if you want. I know a lot of people have used that too. Hey, thanks for those ideas.
Yeah, it's good. I'm going to have a go at Stop Motion as well.
Yeah. So I look forward to a few commute videos coming up on the Moodle discussion forum, and it'll be interesting to see those. So, yeah. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Neil.
Thanks,
Thank
Neil.
you, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
We'll catch you all later. Okay.
See you later.
See you next week.